Hi everybody, this is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts group, and the new Sweet Pea Papers YouTube membership. Just click on the join button and that will get you some special things. You'll have 2 live sessions that you'll have access to a month, and then, except for February or the month before this. And then you also get 20% off in my coffee shop, and that includes journals. So welcome to Make It March 2026. We already started on the 3rd, and this will be the second video. This collaboration is held by Junk Journal with Joy, or JJ with Joy. These are the digital designers that donated papers for us to use and papers for you to use. Some of these are free. The Serendipitous Crafter, Chaos is Creation, and they have coffee shops. All these links are below the videos. Be Happy Stationery. I've got this little guy, if you want to scan the screen while that's up there. With Be Happy Stationery, when you go to her coffee shop, if you use the code MARCH, then you'll get this kit for free, and that's the one we're using today for the second video. We're going to try to get as much done as we can. Created by Tina, Tease Digitals, and Glitter. Now, I'm going to put this right here for now. We got just a minute to go, and then we'll finish up what we can get done on our folio. We've got the design, or the makers here. These are all the people that are making videos for this. I'm not going to read the whole list, but it's here for you to see. Don't forget to click on all these links below the video. They're in order of the day that they're aired. So if today's the 12th, so you can click on 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, you know, all the way back down, and you'll see videos. And then just come back and click on the links for 13 and up until the end of the month. Okay, well that's it for my little spiel. We're not doing any inking, so there's no ink. We're doing our little folio, and this is super easy to make. If you're not sure, watch the video on the 3rd. And we've got our gusset here, and I kind of numbered the pages weird, but we did this in the first video. And if you're going to do this like this, put the flip or the flap of the CD on this side, and then you can put a tab on the card this way, and then you've got tabs all the way across. Okay, so today we're going to work on some of the numbered pages. Let's flip it over first so we don't forget. And let's put a ribbon on here to hold this shut. I've got a little bit of a stick out going here. Now I could put an eyelet here and run the ribbon around the outside and come back around and tuck it. That's a way to do it. You also could do a few other things. I'm going to use a magnet to hook this to here, and this is too thick, you know, for a magnet to here. So we'll take a look at it and see if we need a clear Velcro dot somewhere to hold this down, which we might, on the front of the CD cover. And then we'll just decorate around it. This will be the clear part, and we'll put the little white part in here. Okay, my hands are freezing, so I'm wearing my hand warmers. So let's do the back. And I do have these decorative ribbons that I'll use to decorate. And I'm going to make, in my Facebook groups, when I get this done, I will make a photo album of it for you. But the way that the Make It March is set up, you're not going to see a flip through of this when I get it done, unless I post it later in the month and just post it as a regular video. You know what I mean? Throughout all the Facebook groups that I normally post in. So you might want to look for that. Okay. See if we can put this straight. And you don't want to put it all the way to the edge either, because remember, we've got a 1/8 inch gusset. Oops, and then I almost did it. And we're going to put the paper over this, but I'm still going to tape it to help with the glue. Hold it down till the glue dries. Okay. Then we're going to take the paper for page 6, or the back. Where's the one labeled back? Here it is. Look, this fit right on here. So we're going to put the poem on the back. Now the poem is 2 pages long, but I'm just going to use 1 page of it. And it actually looks like it should stop there. It's kind of a natural stopping point. So I'm not going to have the second half of the poem in this little folio, but that's okay. Makes a nice back to the journal. I also thought of putting one of the Mushroom House pages on the back, but I decided to put the poem on the back for something different. And now for something completely different. Monty Python. Gotta give credit where credit's due, right? Oh, this doesn't want to come out. Well, that's a little better. Now, hopefully I will stay in frame. I moved my camera in a little closer, but I don't like it. I like knowing that the whole area is within the camera range. So just kind of bear with me as I get used to the new angle and everything. I might put it back out again. Been having trouble getting it to stay in place when I move it back out. I've moved it to a new position too. You know, the bracket that hooks it onto the table for the swing arm that comes out and over. And my friend's dog is here. And it's 3:30 in the morning. Okay, I'm back. I had to make the dog quit barking because it's 3:30 in the morning. He's part Yorkie, and Yorkies are kind of barky dogs. There he goes again. He thinks he hears something in the hall outside my apartment, and he's not. Chewy. His name is Chewbacca. It's so funny. He's got the name of this big giant animal. I think he looks more like an Ewok. He's part, I don't know. It starts with a B, I think. Okay, so we've got that on the back, and we've got our ribbon on. So now let's go back to the front, and we'll continue working on this. This is for page 2. Isn't that cute? And I don't have everything decided for it. I don't have the insides of these flaps decided. So I might use, what paper do I have left? So I'm going to use probably some of the backing papers and maybe some of the pockets that come with. So we'll have to see. We won't do that on camera. We'll just have to wait and see when I get done. So we're going to put this on here. Do we need a magnet here? Oh no, because there's going to be a journal here. Let's see if I can get him to stop. Chewy. Watch now, bud. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut the flaps that I'm going to put on so that they go across this way. The other thing we're going to do, actually let's open them away from the folio, I mean the journal part of the folio. And we're going to need to cut this here. This is a scrap piece of manila folder that opens like this that I cut off before, and we're only going to glue down the gusset, okay, and that will give us a nice double flap. Want to be the whole width another one for the whole width, and then 2 shorter ones. So let's cut this for the total width. I'm hoping that me talking isn't encouraging him to bark, because he knows I'm awake. I'm gonna give it a little bit in. I don't want it to bind up in there. Plus, gluing it in this way. Oh, see, this side was actually better on the picture. We're going to cover. Then you need to fold your gusset. If you're inking, you're going to need to ink here and here, and then ink on the insides as well. But let's see where we're at as far as the gusset's concerned. Gluing it down. Yeah, we're going to lose part of the house, but that can't be helped. Let's glue this on. He's very barky, that Yorkie, and him just, I'm babysitting him. He's been here for 3 weeks, and he'll be here another week at least. He's so cute. He looks like one of those little Ewoks. I don't know if I said that before, from Star Wars. And I don't remember which movie those little guys were in. But they're so cute. He's adorable. It's hard to get mad at him, but you know, the secret is he's not housebroken either. Oh my gosh. It's so irritating. I let him out 4 or 5 times a day, and he still wants to go to the bathroom in my apartment. Now, we can put a magnet here, and that will hold everything closed. Let me get a couple magnets. And then we'll put the other magnet on the back of this paper. We're not going to put it on the smaller pocket, because then we'd have to put another magnet still behind the paper. So let's just go straight to the, which way is it opening? And then push this down so it's flat under the magnet. And you don't have any kind of poofiness. And tape it down. That'll hold that shut. And the journal will be over this when you first open the folio. Okay, on this page, oh, I didn't figure that out, did I? Yeah, I didn't figure out what we were going to put on it at all. Yeah, let's go back to the beginning. We'll do that. We can glue this paper in now, though. So let's do that. I'm going to be careful. I forgot to push my sleeves up. If you accidentally get glue on that particular bone folder, it's actually made out of Teflon, and you can just scrape it right off with your thumbnail. It's awesome. I got it on Amazon, and it's called Craft Treat, and there's only one T in the middle. Now I just forgot what material it was made out of. Teflon. Maybe not Teflon. Maybe it was some other non-stick. Because now that I say it out loud, it doesn't quite sound right. Anyway, it's the non-stick one, and it's on Amazon. I think I ended up paying $7 or $8 for it, which is kind of high for a bone folder. Did I just glue the paper in upside down? I did. Okay, let's try this on for size. Crooked. It's hard when the glue has started to try to move it. Okay, so we've got that, and that's all held down. Let's go back. What was I going to do on? Oh, this is going to have a flip up. And I do have the papers for that. So I think we're going to have this one left over. We might use both of these and both of those on the flip up, but I'm not sure. I think we only need 3. So we can take care of that. Let's get this one cut. Now again, I didn't cut it down the full length. Now, do I want to make it a double like I did over here? Or do I want to make it just a regular flip up and make a belly band out of this? I think I'll make it a regular flip up with a belly band because we don't have that many pages to work with in this free kit. We have enough that it's a nice free kit. It really is. So we need a magnet on here. So let's get 2. Oops, that's 3. These are 10 millimeter by 1 millimeter, so they're 10 mm x 1 mm. When you look on Amazon, you could get 100 of them for about $8. Okay, let's put this on here. Let's fix it so there's no wrinkle. So I think we'll use one of these rainy blues that doesn't really have anything on it to put down because most of it's going to be covered. Just a little bit of blue around the borders is all we're going to see. Alright, let's glue this to this, and then we'll put the magnet on the back of the paper. And you have to do that before you glue the paper in. Okay, so put the gusset on the bottom. If you want to do that double fold, just glue the gusset itself, fold it at the gusset. But we're going to make, which way I want to make a pocket. I'm going to make a belly band so we can put a tab on the card, okay, that we put in. So that's going to be another piece of paper I'm going to have to cut, and I'll probably redo one of these paper ones on here. Whoops. So we're going to glue The top and the bottom is all. Trying to keep track of the time. Oh, it's too wide. Look at that. I didn't mark it. I'm just going to wipe that little bit of glue off and wipe that little bit of glue off and then cut it for the width. That was kind of silly, wasn't it? Did end up getting a teeny bit of glue on my hand warmer, but I did dry this off back far enough that I didn't get it on my paper trimmer. Okay. I'm going to put this in the middle from top to bottom. And we're going to flip it over. Did I get the second magnet? Yes, I did. And a hair. One of my hairs. Okay. Then I'm going to put this on the cover. So I'll need to cut it down at the top. Okay, this is going to be the width. Chewy. This is going to be the top. I'm going to cut the width first to cut this piece off so I'm not cutting off the whole top. Chewy. No barking. Wow, he's really going at it this morning. No barking. Sometimes I can get him to come in here with me and then he feels more reassured. His daddy is in the process of moving, so I'm helping out. And I like the little dog. He's very sweet. Maltese is the other part that he is, so they're both kind of barky. My friend goes, I hate Yorkies, they're so barky. But it isn't too bad, except for at the door. When his daddy comes to visit, I'm just going to say owner, daddy, whatever, and then leaves, then he loses it. If I go anywhere, it's been 3 weeks now, feeding him and letting him out and everything, so now I think he thinks he lives here and that I'm his quote-unquote mommy. Whoopsie. Okay, it looks like I got it. Isn't that cute? And then on here, let's do the other image up here. And then we'll leave this one as like a rainy day picture. You know, we could use this. Can we? Yes, we can use this house right here. So let's use this. Whoopsie. Let's use this as our picture for up here. I make a little mark with my pencil on the fold so I can see it. If you can see it without making the pencil mark, then you just fold it in half. Remember, these have a different size border than 8.5 by 11 American paper. It has a large border on the top and the bottom. That's how you fit all of the picture in. And then a smaller one. What did I say? This up here and that over there. A smaller one for I'm sorry, I lost track. I was thinking about this and I lost track. It's a little bit smaller. Remember to turn your fit to page and your borderless off if you're in the United States and you're printing out an 8.5 by 11. Now, if you're in the UK, I think that's a UK measurement, the A5. It might be all of Europe. I'm not sure. Where did I draw the bottom? I thought I drew it on here. Oh, the mark is at the top, I thought. Oh, you know what? I cut it off when I cut the width. Let's move it over here. Oh, I didn't. It's right there in the pink. Glue that up there and that'll cover our magnet. You have to be cognizant of whether you're doing it right side up or upside down. I've done plenty of upside down ones. Plenty. You can fix it by papering over it. If you catch it quick enough, like I did on the other one, you can pull it off and re-glue it. Sometimes you go to pull it off and it doesn't want to come off. Don't force it on a manila folder. It'll pull the top layer of paper off of here. And it tends to just get bigger the more you pull. So you want to avoid that. So if it starts to tear, just leave it as is. And just glue a piece of paper over it if you did it upside down. If it's just a pattern, it may not make a difference. But something like this, it would. Or this image where the grass is growing. Okay, so we got that. And you can still write up here. I might put some of the words up here. There are words that come with this one, I believe. Yes. So, you know, you can decorate it up. I'm just not doing that right now because we don't have time. Let's put this on here and we'll put it so the cloud is on the paper. And there's the width. And there's the height. Let me double check that. I don't think I left room for this. That did. And we'll put that there so we can write on it. You can write on it with a white jelly roll pen would be better probably. Where did I put? Oh, I put the magnet on the back side. Okay. Sometimes you have to put it in the middle. I could have put it on the top of this belly band, but I didn't. I didn't glue it to be a pocket like I said. I glued it to be a belly band so you would see the paper a little bit out the other side from the card. And like I said, you'll just have to print out a duplicate of one of the images and print this on the back, or one of these blue ones on the back of the paper, unless you're leaving them white, which is still okay too. The white goes well with this. I'm probably going to use some of this on here, but like I said, we'll try to get this all together in this video, and then any decorating or whatever I'll do off camera. May not finish the whole thing, but we might. We're moving along pretty good. We're doing at a pretty good clip. Okay. You want to glue this down. Oh, for goodness sake. Boy, am I being messy. And we'll put the whole thing on here. Now we could have put this whole paper on as a belly band too and made a double belly band out of it. That's up to you. Okay. Oh, and I put this on upside down. What am I thinking? Apparently not. All of a sudden I get a whiff of the glue. Okay, so we've got this and our flip up with this, and we just haven't jazzed it up a little bit. We're going to put this house on here. Hopefully. Okay, here's our height. Oh yeah. There's plenty of room. I'm going to remeasure this and take that off the top, not the bottom. Oh, I did. Oh, that'll cut into the, oh, it doesn't matter. It's going to cut the umbrella off either way. Oh, I missed the mark. Oh, there it is. I've been watching Bar Rescue with that Tapper, Mr. Tapper guy. And I like it. I can't believe some of the bar owners, you know, the drinking and having all their friends in with free drinks, and then they wonder why they don't make any money. You know, it seems kind of crazy. The show's a little bit older, but it's got, I don't know, 7 or 8 seasons up on, I believe it's HBO. I think HBO was what I was watching. I don't know. It was at 2 o'clock this morning. I'm not responsible for remembering what I watched at 2 in the morning. I watched a good movie yesterday at 2 in the morning called Marie Antoinette, and Kirsten Dunst plays the 14-year-old queen. And it's really good. She obviously looks more than 14. But what are you gonna do? Look at that. Look how cute that is. And then your journal's going to go right here so it doesn't look too crowded, your little village. And let's do number 6 now, which is back here. And we're just going to put this paper on with a pocket. And I'm going to cut the gusset off so that it's not so deep. And we don't have papers falling everywhere. Tags and such. And I've got tags left over, just like we did the stuffed pocket behind the CD cover. We'll do the same thing with this. We'll put a bunch of cards and ephemera and stuff in there. Debbie at Ink and Page, INK and PAGE.co. Does for, you know, these would make good tabs. This would make a good tab, wouldn't it? Where's the shorter one? I think that would work. What am I putting on page 3? Oh, just a picture. Well, I'll keep them right here for the tab on the cards that go underneath. Okay, so let's open this back up. And let's cut this paper. It's upside down. There's a little tree looking thing. No, that's wrong. There's handwriting on here, so it is directional. Some cursive for you. Oh, that's the width. Length is, the length is fine. Duh. So we're just going to glue this on here. I used the white, I can still see the tab, right? Okay. I've forgotten before and papered over the tab. Measured it the width from the top instead of the bottom, or the bottom instead of the top, whichever, wherever the tab is. You want to measure the skinny end, or you can measure at the tab and just mark it, you know, where the tab stops. Anyway, I'm watching this bar rescue, and there's this, the first karaoke bar in the world, or I mean in the United States, excuse me. It's like 30 years old. Well, it was. It's probably 40, 45 years old now. The guy had enough memorabilia in there to make it a museum instead of a bar. It was hard to get people in there. They had 80 square feet or 80 feet that they gained just by taking the junk down. And then they put a showcase in, you know, one smaller showcase in to showcase the history. The guy was a little upset at first. He was like, "You got all my stuff outside in bins." He's like, yes, we do. Glue eraser, very wise investment, especially if you use Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac comes right off with one. So that's cute. We can put a long bookmark, whatever there, some words, along with some of our paper lace. That'll be pretty. Okay, so that goes there. Then 3 is going to have this little girl. I moved it up to measure the width because of this little notch. I want to make it just a smidge. I just want to make it there. And then the height should be fine. So let me do that. This picture's so cute. I should have cut just a smidge off this side and then off that, you know, cut off that side because I cut his little beak off. Oh well, poor little guy's beakless. So we have to feel bad for him. So we're just going to put the picture on this page. Oh, we got to put the magnet on there. Then you take the tape and the second magnet, you put the tape sticky side up with the magnet on it. Then you close this and then you push and you stick the tape down. And when you go to open it, if you do it carefully, it'll be taped down right where you need it. Okay, I was off by a little bit when I did my guesstimate. Okay, so let's put this down. This was 3. I have to hold the paper down right here because the magnet bump kind of made the paper stick up a little bit. I'm going to put some more glue in there. Look like I didn't remember to glue that side. That's right, because I did pick it up. Iced coffee. Now we're going to put this bird on here. Because he's on the top where the wide area is. We're at 45 minutes. We'll paper this paper and then you can do the flips. You can paper the flips on your own. And this piece here. Let's measure the bird. Now this one is going to be different. Well, I'm going to have to just do it the way I'm supposed to and cut part of his tail off. Oh look, there's a little house right there. Oh, I'm going to put that there. Saw a mark and I wasn't sure if it was my mark or the rain. Got his beak off. This is cuter on the front than this little birdie. So I can use this on one of the flips that we don't have papered yet. So let's open this up and put it in here. And then I'm going to trim this off, which I don't normally do because I leave this open tab down here. But in order to get any of the bird on here, oh, that's not going to work. That's just not going to work. Let's use this in here. No, I want to use that on the front. I'll figure out something for that magnet page. I can put him on here. There's enough room. No, actually there isn't. I think I'm going to have to put just some of the blue on here. Okay, so I've got this as a scrap. I can use that as a card maybe in here. Yeah, once the glue dries, I should be able to trim that just a smidge more and then cut some off the bottom, some of the mushroom off, and put it in here as a card. Put this on the cover. Let's double check the width. I'm going to make it a little bit shorter and let it go out over that bottom part of the tab. Like I said, I don't normally do that, but look how cute that is. Then I think we've covered all of the surfaces. And then all we have left is the decorating. So it really only took us 90 minutes, 45 and 45. Well, we haven't covered the inside of that yet with the blue, but that's easy enough to do with the blue paper. So this is wider than I would normally do it. But I wanted to get this whole image in. Or I mean this whole image in. Well, that's just cuter than I don't know what. So to close this, all we need to do, what's up with the glue on this side? And put enough glue on. And of course we can stamp on these tabs. I think that would be really cute. Maybe stamp a word going sideways, or put the words, some of the words on here. I think that would be cute as well. Let's see what it looks like. Usually I reserve bows for the insides of journals because I don't tie them very well. Okay, so there's our finished, sort of. We have to do behind this page and do the flaps on the inside, but we've got this much. Yeah, and see, this isn't tight right here. I could have pulled it tighter. It came loose. So we've got that. Let's untie it. We've got this. We're going to have something here. We've got this little girl here with her bird. And we have the pocket here with this tag. Then this flips over like this and comes back. Then this opens like this. This flips up. We got this one done. And this flips open like this. Yeah, and we've got 1, 2, 3 surfaces to paper on that. Okay, I would suggest one of them being blue so that you have something to write on. You know, the rainy paper, the rainy day paper. I think the rainy day fits well, and the robins and stuff with the spring theme and the March. And yeah, I really like this kit, so I decided to do both videos using this kit. The other kits are great as well. You can use whichever ones you want to do this. I'm pretty sure there's enough pages in most of them to do a project like this with that kit. Okay, so that's got a magnet. I'll finish the rest of this today during craft and chat with my friends. And that's that. All right, well, we're done for our 2 videos. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support everybody else in the Make It March. Go to the JJ with Joy YouTube channel and the JJ with Joy Facebook group as well. You'll get some of the freebies from the Facebook group. I believe maybe all the freebies are going to be posted in the Facebook group JJ with Joy. All one word, I believe, for the Facebook group. And also all one word, no underscores or dashes or anything for the YouTube channel. So it's YouTube at JJ with Joy. She does lives. She's got 600 videos up. She's almost catching up to me. I have 1,500 just the other day. I thought I had 1,600, but apparently YouTube says it's only 15. 1,500 is not an only, is it? All right, I will see you guys later. Next week will be my design team project for sunflowers and doors. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.